this is Lena making Bespoke Craft Designs. I'm still on the same journal. I'm just doing some large journaling cards to go in the front and the back cover of the journal. So these are what I'm going to be doing today. This one is one that I've done that I'm going to maybe use to cut down. I just was having so much fun. I found some more paper and did another one of these, but I thought, well, I think it's a bit too big for the journal I'm doing. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I thought it would look lovely down and made into either 2 journaling cards or tags. So I went on and did it, and then I got a bit carried away with myself. So these 2 are very similar. One I've inked up and one I haven't. So I'm going to just be finishing these off and putting the top embellishments on them. But I thought I'd just show you how I got to that process. So I started with some music paper. I love working with music paper. And I've got a piece here. I've been bending it looking because I thought, oh, I'll make that into a long, either a long tag or a long journaling card. As I say, when I was doing these, this one's a bit thinner. Yeah, I definitely like that side better. So all I'll do for a start is just double it. I mean, you can use anything, you don't have to use music paper, but I wanted music paper on this occasion. I do like working with music paper. So I'm just going to stick the 2 down. And then I'm going to do some decoupaging on the top of here. Now I always glue first and then put my medium over the top. Now I've got this lovely like newspaper print that I've just fallen in love with. But also what I've done, if I show you this one, look how more muted that one looks to that one. And that is because on your second layer, I think we call it the ghost print, you get like a much more muted impression. And I've used this on this one, and I think that looks really quite good. I really like that. So I'm just going to look which one I fancy using today. Because it's music paper, I do like the music paper to come through. I quite like that. Or do I want the more vibrant? I think I've had the more vibrant one on the other one, so I think I might do. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this muted one in the background. Because I don't just use all one piece. I like to sort of break things down and go over the top. So if I was to use this on here, I would then put something else over the top of this, because I don't just like all one piece or half of this and half of something else. I like to break it down. So I'm just going to, I tend to just pull off, so I don't know where it's going to go for a start, and then it just lends itself to something then, rather than sort of planning exactly where I want it. I'm going to just tear it off a bit. There's loads of different ways to do this. This is just the way I like to work. Oh, my piece is out the way. Because then I like to build up with other napkins around it. I didn't actually show you what else I'd got. I don't want that one, that bluey one. I've got some of this lovely lace that I like, this lace one. And I've got this lovely one here. And then this is some from actually just a tissue, pretty tissue, and I like that too, so I might use a bit of that. So I've got those at the side ready to go, but first thing I'm going to do is just stick my trusty Yoo-hoo down, Have I got my music the right way up or the wrong way up? I don't really know, but I like it that way, so I'm going to go with it that way. Yeah, so all I do is just get this down a little bit with the glue stick first. And I've always used watered down Mod Podge, but I've been looking at different glues and I've got some different mediums because I like mixed media. Oh, it was a bit rough. And one I hadn't tried, and I just thought, well, I'll try it, see what it's like, and I really like it. I wanted a glaze for the top, and I've got some of this acrylic glazing medium, and I really like it, so I'm using that at the minute. Right, so that's the effect so far. You can only see bits of the advertisements coming through because you can see a lot of the music paper, which I really like. And then I wanted to just use a little bit of this lace, but I wanted the delicate part of the lace on this one. So let me just have a look. I wanted a little bit just down there for a start, not actually the big flowers. So I'm going to use a bit of that and a bit more somewhere. Oh, so again, I like to sort of pull in funny shapes. I like that, but I like that up there. So do I like that just across that middle? Yes, I do. And then I'm just going to use a bit of this one up there, like that. I never plan it out exactly, I just sort of think what I want to go on it, and then I like to put a little bit, I like to mix it up a little bit, and I glue one on top of the other, and if it bubbles a bit it gives a little bit more dimension, and I like that too. So let's just get this down. I've got the music upside down, but I quite like the effect of things. I'm just going to glue that bit down there. Bit of my paper just came up a bit. Yes, I like to just mix it up a little bit. Oh, look at these lovely big flowers. I really like these. So this is just a hanky, just a paper hanky. Someone was selling them off really cheap, so I bought quite a few packs. I do like that, but I want that to get, oh, because I've still got some, I'm going to just have it off a little bit. I don't want it right. I think I might put that like that, but straight. Straight would be advisable. Now, because I'm gluing over at the top of other ones, sometimes it folds it up a little bit, little bits come off, but also what it does, it makes it a little bit bumpy. And at the end, when it's all dry, you can just sandpaper it down if you get it like that, and that does give a really lovely effect. So I like that. And then I noticed I had a tiny piece somewhere. Oh, look at this lovely little bud there. So I'm just going to, before that gets thrown away, get some of the white off. Oh, it's all stuck to my fingers. My fingers are very sticky. I'm just going to put that on there, like that. And we'll have that flower just sort of floating in midair at the minute. So that's what we've got so far. Obviously some of this will come off. Let's just take it off and then you can see what I'm doing. Because I haven't glued this, I can use that on something else, as long as I don't cut the actual music paper. I don't need to throw these little bits away. Well, some of them are too tiny to use, but like that for example, I might not use that bit again. They can just go straight in my basket behind me. Yeah, so you can see a little bit more where I'm going with that now. And then I think I'm going to come in with a bit of this. This is roses again. I like this. And I like some more words. I think I'm going to go for this bit here. I am now picking what I want because this is going to be sort of the centre thing. So I'm going to put that, and because this has got like the beigey colour going on and the lace, I like that. I'm going to just tear off the wording and try and keep the butterfly wings in if I can, because we're going to have that up there. I'm going to put that across there. Over these two pieces. I'm just sort of collaging really with napkin, and I just like the effect rather than just using the, you know, all what's on one napkin. I like to just mix it up a bit with 2 or 3 different ones. I just think it looks really effective when it's dried. And sometimes when you do this, I'll show you one that I've done and I don't like how it's turning out, so I'll alter it in a minute. Yeah, so I quite like that, but I just want something else there. So I think we might have we got something else? Oh, we could go with another rose, I think. We'll go with this. Just a little bit just going off down there, I think. I think we'll just take Paris off. And now, do I want just that little bit of... It's the wrong way around. Yeah, I think I'm going to go that piece rather than the big rosebud. I'm just going to go with that bit there. Put that, and again, straight on top of another one. I like that. Right, I'm going to leave that there. But I was just going to show you before I put the medium on the top. Let's see if I can get all this off my hands, because my hands are sticking together. This one, I've been having a play with this. And I would probably cut this down anyway, but I'd used a napkin that had got a blue background and I don't like it. I just don't like that blue background, so I'm going to try and cover it up a little bit. I'm not scrapping this because that's just not what I do. I'm going to try, I've just got that rose there, I might just put another rose over the top. Let me just see, because I've got some blue going on in a couple of places. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here, what we can do here. Use a bit more of this one and just sort of put it across it. Yeah, it's all higgledy-piggledy, this piece, look, it's not. And I'm going to do that. I'm just going to tear this off because I do like that rose, so I don't want that rose covering it, but I'm going to put that there, I think, like that. And I don't want quite so much of this lacy effect just all in one place, so I'm going to put a little bit more of that up here. And just see if we can sort this one out a little bit. So we'll just have Whoops, it's all stuck to my fingers. Put a bit of that up there just to balance it out a bit. That's quite like that. That's better. Still got a bit of blue going on there that I don't like. I just don't like this blue. I like the pink rose, but I don't like the blue. So we're going to get rid. And as I say, you'll see little bits coming through, which gives a little bit more dimension. Yet. Well, that's the same as that though. I don't want that there. What about that bit that says the New York Times? I quite like that. Let's just have a bit of this. I mean, this is going to really be background paper because I'm going to be putting some embellishments over the top. Yeah, I quite like that there with this sort of ghost print, just because this isn't the ghost print in the background on this one. The one I've just done is, but this one isn't. This has got the top layer. So what I'm just going to do with this one is just put that over there. That's it. And see what it looks like when we've... I mean, if you really don't like something when you've finished, I mean, don't throw it away. You can always cover it with something else. You know, you can put some other papers on and things. So there's always a way to use them. And they look a lot different. So I'm just going to, yeah, I have got my brush out. So I'm just going to do these two. And then I can leave them to dry. So because I've only just glued this down slightly, I've got some bits that are sort of curling up there, and I do like it when it curls up because it just gives a little bit more of a good effect. Right, I'm just going to get a good bit of this on here. I'm going to put my lid back on because I'll probably knock it over if I don't. So, and then just smooth it over. I mean, don't go too rough because it's, even though it's glued down, and because there's all different bits of paper joining together, you will curl them up if you go too rough. And I am speaking from experience because I am very rough. And I've done it many. That's why I know I like the sort of curled up effect underneath, because I've done it that many times by accident. People call it happy accidents, and I've found out, you know, I've still been able to use it. I thought, well, actually I like that effect, but it wasn't meant to do that. But yeah, so just smooth you all over, getting your edges down. This stuff dries really quickly, and but it doesn't leave. If you get too much Mod Podge on, if you don't water down Mod Podge, you sometimes get a sticky effect on the top. I mean, you can get rid of that because you can just put one of those, you know, the powder bags that you use for when you're embossing. You can just tap that over the top, or even a bit of talcum powder. You can sand it down a little bit. Yeah, so all I've done is put that glaze over the top and then leave that to dry now. Then I'll go back and cut all my edges off. So there's just a bit there that's curled up. There we go. So I'm going to leave that to dry. And I think that looks really effective. And you know, you can still see the blue through here and there, but it looks a lot better with something over the top. It's not just that blue that didn't fit in. This one I really like just as it is, so that one I've done how I wanted it. I haven't got to alter this one. So we'll just get a bit of this on. And then you need to get your brush. I have some water behind me. You need to get your brush in water, else it'll all stick up. So I always have a bit of water just in a pot behind me. Well, a pot. One of my trusty bottles that I cut down and use for putting my water in. Recycling efforts. I like to use either me. I have them all over the place. You know, when I've finished, I use all these pots to put bits in. That's to stand my glue upside down so that it doesn't. And I have big shampoo ones that I've cut down and conditioner ones that I've cut down, and I use them for just my water for when I'm painting or, you know, rinsing my brushes out or whatever. Just a little tip along the way. Make sure you get right to the edges. And then, as I say, you can't... Oh, I had my finger on that one. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit more, just on that edge, because on that edge there, just to make sure I've got all those edges so it doesn't peel up. I mean, if you find some bits that you've missed, you can always go back in and do it again. There we go. Right, let me just get this brush. Oh, there's a bit still on the brush. Let's have that bit off. Waste not, want not. There we go. Put that in that water. There we go. Get my lid on that and out of the way. There we go. That's it. So that'll just dry quite nicely now. So I'm going to put them to one side just to dry. I nearly put one straight on top of the other. And then bring in the 2 or 3. So I'll show you in my journal. Let's just move these bits out of the way now. Let's move all my bits of... That's that I was using. I mean, I've taken the birds off because I didn't want the birds on it, but that was the blue. And it just wasn't the right colour blue. It was the little pink flowers I wanted. That lovely flower. And I hadn't gone close enough to the flower without getting some of the blue in, and it was the blue I didn't want. So right, so these are all nice and dry now, and they're more or less the same. They're not, I've used the same napkins, but in a slightly different way. But I do like this effect better than this effect. This one, as I say, I really like that. I'm going to cut that down and use that. I think I'm going to use that as 2 tags. I mean, it obviously really needs straightening up. All I've done on there is just backed it with 2 different papers. And then I'm going to cut this down and straighten it up. And I shall use that for some tags, I think, when I come to filling my journal. I really like that one. Just going to move some of these papers out of the way that I didn't use, and just show you where these are going to go. Then we can decide how we're going to decorate these. So let's move that again. Let's ink this one up first. Let's just get it inked up. I mean, I like the ink, you know, to ink them up, because I want it to be very vintage, and you don't have to if you don't want to. It goes lovely over the top of that glaze. I mean, I know your glaze is supposed to be your top layer, but it still goes lovely and it doesn't come off. So I really like that. As I say, this is the first, not the first time using it, but the first lot of things I've done that have used it. I've never had it out before. I've used it sort of for the last few days and really quite like it. Yeah, I like those better, like that. So let's bring in this chunky monkey, get it the right way up. Let's have a look. So my idea is to, let's hope it fits in. Oh, I've got something already in there as a suggestion. I'm going to put that, oh yeah, let's see, can you see? Can you see what I'm doing? Yep, I like that in there. I do like that. I've just got to tidy up some of those edges, and then the other one's going in the belly band at the back, and I really like that there. So they are big, that one's just, I did 2 pieces of paper and then thought, oh gosh, that looks a bit uniformed with just 2 straight pieces. So I had a little bit of this rose paper left, not very much, and I've just put a bit down the middle just to take away from the seam, but still plenty of room for journaling on. And so let's get to these and let's give them a, put something on the top of them. I'm going to use my journal so I can decide what I want, because this is where I want to just check what else I've got going on, so I can decide what I want on this one. I've got some little bits here. Let's have a look. Oh gosh, I was pulling some out and they all come flying out at me. Ooh, I like that. I like that too, but it's a bit blendy. What have I got here? Oh gosh, my tummy's rumbling. Sorry. Just my tummy just did the most awful rumbling noise. Oh, I like that, because we've got a blue butterfly going on here, but I like it on that top there. What else have I got here that I like? Ooh, oh look. Oh, look at that lovely cup there. I like that. What about that butterfly coming out the cup? Oh, quite like that too. I like that. What about the clock? Do I like that clock there? Magic moment, that says. As you can see, I've got lots of bits in here. The sky's the limit. Sometimes I do like to just put a few words in here and then come across them. I quite like that, but it's a bit too pinky, a bit too contrasty for my liking. What about this green butterfly? Do I like that green one as well. I might have to have a couple of butterflies on there, because I've got the lovely butterflies in the background. I do quite like that. Right, let me just move this. I'm just trying to see what will be showing at the top. Quite like the clock up there. I like that. Let's just have a look. Let me move this just out the way. And then when you take it out, I think that looks quite pretty. I've just got to remember I want some antennae on these. I want to be able to see them. I don't know whether I want them on top of the clock. I might not put them on this occasion. On that one. Yeah, let's give this a bit of an inking up and let's see what we like. Actually, I think this has maybe got some inking going on, but we'll give it a bit more. I just wanted rid of the white because this is just really thin copy of paper and I've got quite a lot of white going on. And I don't want all this white showing. So yeah, I like that. I do like that butterfly coming off the cup. I'm just looking at that. Do I want that green one down there? Let's have a look, see if I want any lace or anything. So let's just have a little bit of this. Oops, chop a little bit off. I hope I can get some more of this colour when it's gone, because I've got a real big piece and I just love it. So let's finish doing my inking first. So I'm going to have that up there, I think. So let's have a look. We just need a little bit of lace down that side. That's my tummy again. I really do apologise. Oh, made an awful noise. Do I want that there or do I want it there? I think I just want it there. Let's have a look. I'm not sure which is the right, and oh, that's definitely the right side. There we go. Some you can tell more than others. This one you can tell. And I'm going to put the clock there. It's very muted. It's not brightening in your face, but I do like that. Let's have a look. Let's get the lace down with some Fabri-Tac. Ooh. So because I've actually gone over the top of this with the glaze to make sure everything sticks down pretty well on it, let me just press it down a bit. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I do really like that, and I like the clock over it. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, not my other glue, my art glitter glue, because there's quite a bit of with the glaze. I want to make sure I know that they're going to stick down well. I'm sure it would over the glaze, but because I've got fabric there as well, I've got my Fabri-Tac out. That's it. Let's give it a bit of a press down. And then I'm going to go for this. I've still got a bit of white going on here somehow. I've managed to miss all that. That's better. Yeah, I'm going to put that way. And I'm going to put that there, like that. I do really like that. See, Fabri-Tac gives you a little bit longer to manoeuvre things. Let me get my lid on there while I'm deciding. Just as a tester, I'm going to use this over the glaze just to see how it does work. I might as well, because I'm just looking at that clock and it was curling up at the edges, so I maybe just didn't get enough contact. Let's just try it and make sure. And the other thing is, will this write on top of that glaze? Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, lovely. And let's just do some little bit thicker bits at the end. There we go. And then my cup. So let's glue this down and just see if this works well. I'm sure it will. But I'm just going to see what it does. I must say, after using this, I love the fine tip on it. I really do. Oh, I like that. And then I'm just going to have my butterfly on there. I've still got a bit of white going on here. I don't want to see all them bits of white. Not quite sure I'll miss them, but I did. I managed to. Because this has just got white going underneath. I'm going to stick it down, but I just wanted it to look a bit more dimensional. That's it, just a bit sort of... Oh, I'm trying to take the pin out, and the pin was out. There we go. Put a bit more there. I mean, that has grabbed beautifully on this. The thing is, because this slides a bit more and you've got a bit longer to move it, and this in the background, the medium that I've used is a bit slippery. The two were sliding. It has stuck down. Yeah, it has stuck down. It's just, that's grabbed really quickly on it. That works beautiful on that. So I like that. Right, let's just get some more antennae on that other butterfly. Not everybody bothers. I don't know, I just do. I just like them. So, oh, sorry, I've just got my big head in the way of the camera. I'm trying to put my head forward to see what I'm doing, so I'm not too far away. And I hit the camera. Yeah, I like that. I think we need a little bit of bling, not much, but a little bit. Oh, gosh. I've managed to... We're now going to be filling our journal with some ephemera now, so I will be back to you shortly with another video filling up the journal, because we're on the last stretch now. So I'll say bye for now, and I'll be back to you shortly. Thank you for watching. Keep safe. Bye.